Unos dicen que el hombre no llora, otros dicen que el hombre se ríe. Yo les digo que todo es mentira, que el hombre sí llora por una mujer. No me importa que sea muy valiente y que tenga medalla de oro, por el hombre de coraje y pierde su orgullo por un gran amor y llora por ella y toma licor. Y aunque sea murió hombre, cierra y se humilla, no más por su amor y llora por ella y toma licor. Y aunque se murió hombre, cierra y se humilla, no más por su amor. Y que el hombre se corriera, claramente lo dice, pero va a estar en Brooklyn un beso y en ese momento la reina se re. No me importa que hay muy valiente y que tenga medallas y oro, porque el hombre se puede recordarle y pierde su orgullo por un gran amor y llora por ella y toma licor. Y aunque sea murió hombre, cierra y se humilla, no más por su amor y llora por ella y toma licor. Y aunque sea murió hombre, cierra y se humilla, no más por su amor.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. But in the way that I care, there's nothing else to compare. The sight of you makes me weak. There are no words left to speak. And if you feel like ill, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. True, can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby. To warm a lonely night, I love you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty babe, don't bring me down this way, oh, pretty babe. Now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love you.
Thank you. We appreciate that. We are the Burbank High School Mariachi. We're called Mariachi Estrellas de Oro from Burbank High School. We want to thank Mr. Rios for inviting us to be out here with you and enjoy this celebration of such many fantastic athletes that we've had here in San Antonio. Can we have a big round of applause, please, for all of our recipients today and all of their family members that are here? Thank you very much. We're going to continue our program. If you ever need mariachi music, don't hesitate to call us at Burbank High School. And if you're out at the Strawberry Festival in Poteet, we're going to be one of the featured groups this coming year. Thank you.
El carretero no va porque le falta la mula. El carretero se va y ya se va para Sayula. El carretero no va porque le falta la mula. Le vengo a avisar, se le iban a ahogar. Otros en la mar, señor carretero, le vengo a avisar. Le vengo a avisar, se le iban a ahogar. Otros en la mar, señor carretero, le vengo a avisar. Ponen la rueda, déjenla rodar, porque la carreta no puede llegar. Ponen la rueda, déjenla rodar, porque la carreta no puede llegar. El carretero se va, ya se van los reyes. El carretero no va, porque no van a los reyes. El carretero se va, ya se va para los reyes. El carretero no va, porque faltan los reyes. Le vengo a avisar, se le iban a ahogar. Otros en la mar, señor carretero, le vengo a avisar. Le vengo a avisar, se le iban a ahogar. Otros en la mar, señor carretero, le vengo a avisar. Por el agua, déjenla rodar, porque la carreta no puede llegar. Por el agua, déjenla rodar, porque la carreta no puede llegar. Oiga, amigos, su carreta no se vaya a atascar. Avisen a los chuteros que lo puedan agarrar. Oiga, amigos, su carreta no se le vaya a atascar. Avisen a los chuteros que lo vengan a sacar.
At this time, we're going to feature one of our junior vocalists, Teresa Camarillo. She's going to be doing a beautiful song entitled Cien Años or 100 Years.
Just far away. Not too close to it. Just not too close to it. Just play inside the mic. Pasaste a mi lado con gran indiferencia, tus ojos ni siquiera voltearon hacia mí. Te vi sin que me vieras, te hablé sin que me oyeras, y toda amargura ciego dentro de mí. Me duele hasta la vida pensar que me olvidaste, saber que ni desprecio merezca yo de ti. Y sin embargo sigues unido a mi existencia. Y si vivo 100 años, 100 años, pienso en ti. Me duele hasta la vida pensar que me olvidaste, saber que ni desprecio merezca yo de ti. Y sin embargo sigues unido a mi existencia. Y si vivo 100 años, 100 años, pienso en ti. loco quiere bailar, el mariachi loco quiere bailar. Quiere bailar el mariachi loco, quiere bailar el mariachi loco. El mariachi loco quiere bailar, el mariachi loco quiere bailar. Quiere bailar el mariachi loco, quiere bailar el mariachi loco. El mariachi loco quiere comer, el mariachi loco quiere comer. Quiere comer el mariachi loco, quiere comer el mariachi loco. El mariachi loco quiere comer, el mariachi loco quiere comer. Quiere comer el mariachi loco, quiere comer el mariachi loco. El mariachi loco quiere tomar, el mariachi loco quiere tomar. Quiere tomar el mariachi loco, quiere tomar el mariachi loco. El mariachi loco quiere tomar, el mariachi loco quiere tomar. Quiere tomar el mariachi loco, quiere tomar el mariachi loco.
Listen, you're not focus on the crowd. Focus on the crowd. I'm going to lower this for the solo vocals. Listen to me. Guys, when you come up here, you're actually going to have to throw your voice at the mic. I mean, they have the mic like right here. This is not picking it up. You're too far away. Okay? So ladies, this will be your mic. Guys, this will be your mic. All right? Now, when Jesus, focus on me. When Jesus comes up, I need someone to put the mic on Jesus. We hear him. Otherwise, we're not going to hear him. Okay? All right, here we go. Come up here. What? It doesn't matter, but the guys who use that mic, is it just me? Is it just me by myself? Okay, we got one more song for you. Again, we want to thank you for the invitation to be out here. We are from Burbank High School. I want to thank Mr. Elizondo, our principal, for allowing us the opportunity to come up here and perform for you. Also, Mr. Acosta. Thank you very much to our superintendent of schools and our school board for all the hard work that they do. This last song was for our superintendent and our school board. Thank you.
Jag vill ge mig cascabel, tamonacita monada, tamonacita monada. Jag kan ge mig cascabel, jag kan ge mig cascabel, tamonacita monada, tamonacita monada. Jag kan ge mig cascabel.
Y como era de europeo, y como era de europeo, se lo di a mi prenda amada pa' que jugara con él allá por la madrugada.
platicando con mi amor, platicando con mi amor, anoche por la ventana,
Anoche por la ventana, practicando con mi amor, practicando con mi amor, anoche por la ventana, me pidió que le cantara, me pidió que le cantara cascabel por menor, y que no me dilatara, me pedía de favor, ay como
es su suela, ay como es su suela, tu madre es su bango, es su madre es su bango.
En la arena.
Thank you so much. You've been a very kind audience. On behalf of Burbank High School, we thank you for your invitation and enjoy the ceremony. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We will start the program here in a few more minutes, but we know we still have people getting food, and please continue to have that happening. In a few minutes, we'll get started. Thank you again for being here.
Well, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you all so much. I'm using a low mic here. My name is Todd Howie. I'm the athletic director of San Antonio ISD, and I appreciate you all's patience in allowing us to move this thing back to dodge the hurricane. It was a good call, and also it gave us an opportunity for us to be our student athletes and our students to be here today and all of our support. But again, thank you all so much for coming out today. This is a special day, and we want to make it a special event for you all, and we went to great lengths. This is no easy task for a guy like Mario to pull off. So we had to call in the women to really finish off the deal and seal the deal. So we appreciate you all being here today, and it's going to be a great day. If y'all would, first of all, please go ahead and stand for the presentation of the colors by the Sam Houston High School ROTC, instruction of Donald Halford, First Sergeant Donald Halford. And now for the singing anthem by Lauren Rose Calderon and Jude Pettis on the guitar, Brackenridge High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
You may be seated. How about that? Holy smokes. Fantastic students right there. You know, I always say I wish I could do two things in life. One, sing, and the second was to hit a curveball. I couldn't do either. Still can't. One thing you have to have a successful athletic, to have a school board and superintendent that are friends of athletics. I want to take this moment to ask Mr. Pedro Martinez to come up and just say a brief hello. Mr. Martinez is our superintendent, and he set some ambitious goals for us academically. And what's great about Mr. Martinez is he has wholly embraced athletics in those goals. While many schools are cutting back here and there on athletic programs and things they're doing for kids, we are increasing that. We've got more kids participating now than we have in many years. We have more kids playing soccer and volleyball, and we're playing 7-on-7 football now. All sorts of neat things are going on, and it's all due to Mr. Martinez's vision for our program academically and athletically. So he is certainly a friend of athletics much. We appreciate him. And I asked him to come say a brief hello to you all. So, Mr. Martinez.
Good evening, everyone. So first of all, again, thank you for accommodating us, changing the schedules. As you know, that weekend was a very difficult one, not just for, of course, all the victims of Harvey, but we were in San Antonio trying to anticipate what would happen here and also getting the potential evacuees. And of course, you know, we still want to hold all the individuals that have suffered from this tragedy just in our prayers, because we know there's still a lot of people that are still struggling. I'll tell you, I love the fact of using a convocation for this event. One thing I can tell you that's interesting, when I look at our top student, almost every single one of them is either involved in athletics, they're involved in fine arts, they're involved in extracurriculars. And you know what's fascinating is when you see our Burbank Mariachi team, when you see the talent that we have from our 2 students at Brackenridge, or our amazing cheerleaders here from Burbank, or our OTC Sam Houston, those are just samples of the amount of talent that I see every day in our schools. And it shouldn't be a surprise that last year we had the highest graduation rate ever. Over 85% of our children graduated. Highest percentage of student college, over 100% from 2 years ago, based on the SAT. And we had the most children attending college this fall. And it really is the talent of our students. And what I love is being in this role with my team, that we can help empower our staff to help these children reach their dreams. I want to acknowledge our trustees because, as Chloe said, we have an amazing team, and I got to start with our board. Art Valdez is a trustee representing the Burbank School. His father went to school with some inductees today. James Howard from Sam Houston. And Ms. Christina Martinez representing the Edison area. Our other trustees unfortunately had other events, but they wished they could be here, but they wanted me to say hello on their behalf. So again, everyone, thank you for being here. I think this is an exciting night, not only for celebrating inductees, but really for us to reflect on the history, on the culture that is here. You know, the things I'm sharing with my staff is that we stand on the shoulders of so many that have done so much for this community, so many that have laid the groundwork when, you know, things, you know, were so different. And I even talked to my staff about, you know, how things have changed from the 50s and 60s, and there's so many things that are possible now because there are so many pioneers and many in this room that laid that groundwork for us. And I will tell you, you know, as I see our students and we had students that right now are attending Middlebury in Vermont. They just started this fall. We have a young lady who's at the University of Alaska. She sent me pictures, and I said, you know, she's a better soul than I am. I don't think I can go that kind of old. But we also have record numbers at all the local universities. So TSA, Texas A&M San Antonio, which started taking in graders, in Ward, St. Mary's, Lady of the Lake. But we also have record numbers at UT Austin, at College Station, at Texas Tech, Texas State. So we're seeing the possibility of our children. So again, thank you. I hope you enjoy this amazing evening. And just the last thing I will tell you, our coach Howie and his team, I think they are the best athletic team in the country. So I want to just extend my thank you to them because they're the ones that work with Foundation to put this event together. Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate you so much. Thank you. Outstanding. As I mentioned earlier at this event, me and Mario were looking at each other one day in the break room thinking, all right, we got to pull this event off. So what we do, we called Michelle, my secretary, who organized a great deal. I'm not sure if Michelle's in here or not, but is Michelle in here? She's working already. A special thanks to her because she really helped pull this thing together. I'll give her a round of applause. Also, Star and Liz and Sean and I are taking tickets for us and being her crew. Again, this is no easy task, and I'm lucky I got my tie on straight for this because we really worked out a hurricane, gave us some breathing room. But anyway, enough of that. But again, thank you for being here. I'm Mario Rios with the Communication Department. He's been behind us 100% every year. He's responsible for most of the things you see tonight and also the videos you see here shortly. So Mario's has done a fantastic job, and I appreciate him tremendously. I know he's ready to get this thing over with real quick as well because we have been looking for this day for a long. One quick thing before I get off the stage. Gary Bell walked in. He goes, the last time I was in this building, I scored 32 points in a ball game. I said, all right, so after today, we'll clear the tables off. We're going to drop the goal and see if you can still do that, okay? There's no one around to remember that? All right, okay. Well, enjoy them. Thank you very much. Mario?
Thank you, Todd Howie. Coach Howie and his team do an amazing job with the athletic office. I am Mario Rios, and I work for the communications office for the school district. To see so many happy faces here, on behalf of San Antonio ISD, we'd like to welcome each one of you to our third annual San Antonio ISD Athletic Hall of Fame, a great event where we get the unique opportunity to honor our past. Before we get started, please join me in giving a big round of applause to all of our SAISD students who are with us here this afternoon. Yes. First on stage, we have the Burbank cheerleaders representing Bulldog Nation up here, and their teacher sisters here, Miss Reyna. Thank you, guys. We have some journalism students over here with us today. We have a reporter and a photographer from Burbank High School. They are students Destiny Castillo and Isabel Rodriguez. They're out working in the crowd, and their journalism teacher is even here, and she is Michelle Wisniewski. Thank you, Burbank Journalism, for being here. We also have a Jefferson High School student. She's a reporter and a photographer. She wears two hats, and her name is Jasmine Tinico. She's also here. Again, another great example of our students helping us with today's event. You might have noticed the TV cameras that are here in the room. Those cameras, proud to say, are being operated by our very own SAISD students. You'll see them right up here to the side. It's the Brackenridge award-winning video program. Mr. Robert Blackard and the students, thank you so much. And of course, what of the great music we heard this afternoon from our very proud Burbank High School mariachi under the direction of Mr. Solis. Thank you. Beautiful job. I'd like to recognize some special guests in the room. Of course, the members of the executive team, cabinet. Thank you for being here. We appreciate your support. We want to welcome our 2018 SAISD Athletic Hall of Fame honorees, who will meet later in the program. And we'd also like to recognize any of our past SAISD Athletic Hall of Fame honorees from the class of 2015 and 2016. I believe I saw Coach Paul Marr out there, a few others out there. Please send a friendly wave. Appreciate it, and thank you for your support. During the program, you will see some video tributes produced, and the voice narrator is here, and his name is Mr. Tino Estel. He's with us today. Thank you, sir, for your support. We appreciate you. The San Antonio ISD Foundation are great contributors to this event. We really do appreciate their support, and anything we can do to help support them as a community, we definitely want to do that. Please, thank you to the SAISD Foundation. And please, family, friends, SAISD staff, and the community, without any of you, none of this would be possible. Please give yourselves a big round of applause. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Alamo Convocation Center, formerly known as Alamo Gym, located right next to Alamo Stadium, which we call the Rock Pile. There's a lot of history. San Antonio ISD is more than 100 years old, and you can imagine there have been thousands and thousands of great athletes and coaches who have performed here in this building and at the stadium next door. Some of the greatest sport memories that our city of San Antonio has ever seen happen right here in San Antonio ISD. A lot of us have heard the legendary stories. The 1963 Brackenridge versus Lee High School football game, where more than 20,000 people, standing only, packed Alamo Stadium and watched back and forth battle. That game is regarded as one of the greatest high school football games ever played in the state of Texas. Or how about the 2001-2002 Lanier boys basketball teams? Those guys were also called the Blonde Bombers. Those teams went to back-to-back state tournaments, and a lot of those epic basketball games were played right here in this gym. And what about the 2005 Sam Houston High School boys basketball team that won a state championship? And again, a lot of those big games were played right here in this room. In fact, all of our SAISD basketball teams that have won state championships through the year, their banners are located in the rafters right behind the stage here. Brackenridge, Lanier, Fox Tech, and of course Sam Houston most recently. There are many, many other great sport memories that have happened here in San Antonio ISD. We are proud of our rich history, and we are proud of our alums. And speaking of alums, our master of ceremonies this afternoon, Many of you know him from his legendary 35 years of sports broadcasting on KSAT TV Channel 12. He is a proud SAISD alum. He is a proud 1974 graduate of Jefferson High School. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Greg Simmons, to the podium. Mr. Greg. Thank you for your support, my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mario, and I appreciate all the kind words. I don't know about the legendary part, though. That's let's just say I've been on the air a long time, and for some reason, they have not thrown me off the gravy train just yet. Sooner than later, I'm sure. Good to be back here. I can remember being here in the Alamo Convocations, cheering on our teams in Jefferson back in 1972 with a great Rick Bullock to the state championship game up at Brackenridge HS, Johnston, and see so many familiar faces out here. It's incredible. It's like I'm going back in time a little bit. But one thing we all share with the honorees here is that we're all very proud products of the San Antonio Independent School District, and it's great to have you and your family joining us today. Our first inductee today is a person I know very well, and probably he and I would not like to share how long we've known each other, but that's the case. This is a great event. All of our honorees today will get a historical bronze plaque that will be permanently mounted at the visitor entrance of Alamo Stadium. It's called the SAISD Athletic Hall of Fame wall, where all the inductees' plaques are on display. After our event this afternoon, we encourage you to swing by the area to take a look at the Hall of Fame wall. Be there for all to see forever and ever. You will be legend. Our first inductee today, and I can't believe you're first. I thought they would say the best for last, right? But it is Gary Bell. And what can you say about this man? I've known him many years. Great guy, great upbringing, and a great athlete. And that's why we're honoring him today. And to give you more about what he's been able to accomplish, please direct your attention to the video boards.
Gary Bell, class of 1954 from Burbank High School. A 3-year letterman in football, basketball, and golf. He was a star athlete and a captain on his team. Because Burbank did not have a baseball program during Bell's high school years, he played for the San Antonio American Legion. Bell played on the American Legion team that was comprised mostly of Burbank players. Bell's senior year, a professional baseball scout noticed him. His success with the American Legion earned him a professional contract as a pitcher with the Cleveland Indians in 1955. After 3 years playing in the minor leagues, Bell was called up to major leagues. Later, as part of the Boston Red Sox pitching rotation, he helped advance the team to the 1960 World Series and played in 7 teams. While 12 seasons for 4 different teams, he primarily is noted for his time with Cleveland. In his career, Bell compiled 121 wins, 55 saves, 1,378 strikeouts, and a .68 earned run average. He was named 3-time All-Star during his career. Bell was a fastball pitcher early in his career and then developed a good slider and curveball. In 1987, he opened Gary Bell Athletic Supply, a San Antonio business he operated for nearly 30 years.
Quite an honor to be inducted into the San Antonio SAISD Hall of Fame. It's an honor. And to have my name sticking in there with the names you rattled out, I knew Kyle Root personally, and I know Tommy Novus. I mean, you mentioned those guys, you're talking about legends there. I consider myself quite in their class, to be honest with you, but sure is an honor to be rubbing shoulders with names like you mentioned. Hey, I was very proud to grow where I did, you know, and walk along to school every morning and up Bigfoot Street and coming back home and stopping in the Boulder grocery store and getting a RC.
Gary Bell, Burbank Bulldog, and a 2007 honoree into SAISD Athletic Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gary Bell. Looking younger than ever. You have to get your picture taken back first. On the unveiling, please. Thank you. This will be a replica right there that he gets to take home, that it will stand in Alamo Stadium in the Athletic Walk of Fame. Congratulations, Gary. First of all, is there anybody you'd like to personally thank today?
Now, you know, the last time I got a hold of this thing, I didn't leave.
That's why I'm here.
That's why. It's my last shot, pal, you know.
That's why I'm.
They'll be rolling hearses in here next time we do this. All right, let's see. What did I do with my book? That's all right. What is this?
That's why I'm here.
Don't say anything.
That's why I'm here.
You know, I would like to say a couple of things. Can you hear me okay? I think we ought to think a second about Houston and Florida, and our prayers should go out to those folks. And mine surely has. So anyway, they're gonna catch hell down in Florida, I think. Anyway, congratulations to all my fellow inductees. I'm trying to figure out how many were around. You weren't even born. We won't get into that. I'm surprised at how many friends I got here. Guys came straight from the golf course. You might want to get a trainer back there and do a drug test or a beer test on those boys. I'm not going to mention them by name. There's too many people came that I didn't even know. I do want to say one thing, that I thought Joe Horlen and I were going to be the two old guys here tonight. But I was very pleased to find out that Reggie Brooks is 2 years later. I love it. Reggie, stand up. This is when he's still growing, he outgrew his hair. Oh my God. A lot of thanks to all the teachers at Burbank. I went to school. We loved our teachers. And before I forget, wasn't it nice to hear the national anthem sung the right way for a change? You know, amen. Joe had coaches at Burbank that were very, very special to us. Dan Davenport was our basketball coach, and Roy Wallace was our football coach. And they had a real effect on us in our lives. I can remember Dan Davenport telling Joe one time, "Joe, don't shoot anymore." I said, "Give me the ball, I'll shoot." True thing. And they told us not to hang in here too long. I have something with me that you can't see, obviously, but I found my first baseball contract. You're going to love this. The Sherbrooke Indians in the Professional League. Gary Bell is going to be paid $175 a month. Honestly, God. And I got a $4,000 bonus to sign, and the $175 a month came out of that. Sherbrooke Indians. Anyway, thanks to all of my friends that showed up. I was very surprised to see some of you guys here, and my two members of my family are here, Lisa and Cheryl, and the rest of my kids. I hate to say it, one of them turned me down and went to a Longhorn football game. And his mom's an Aggie. That's pretty sad. The others, one's in Seattle, one's in Palm Springs, California, and my son's up at I'm sure, listening to some music this weekend. Anyway, it's a tremendous honor to be here, and I'm glad to see all of you guys. I even had two of my friends come from Dallas. They wanted meal money, but anyway. That's it. I appreciate it. Thanks, and it's good to see all you guys, and I'm very honored. Thanks.
Thank you, my friend. So are we done now? We have one more thing they want to give you. Gary, we also want to give you something to take home with you for keepsake. Also a replica of what you'll see at Alamo Stadium, you to hang on your wall at home. Very proud of you. Oh, here's your friend.
You are taking care of me, aren't you? Hit the road.
Hit the road. Done. And at 175, you were still stealing money, Gary, by the way, just to let you know. To our next honoree, the man was a fighter who cashed in as a winner at the end of his high school career. Brackenridge quarterback Vic Castillo helped his team to the 1962 4A state football championship. But did you know that Vic only played 1 year on the varsity Eagle team? He played on the varsity only his senior year. He set all kinds of school records and won the state title, not bad, for a 1-year starter. Awesome job. With more on his accomplishments, please direct your attention to the video board.
Vic Castillo, class of 1963 from Brackenridge High School, was known as a sidearm throwing quarterback who helped his Eagles win a Class A state football championship in the fall of 1962. Castillo went to elementary school at Bowie and middle school at Irving. Only one season for the Brackenridge varsity team, his final year in school, and he made it count. He started at quarterback and played on the same team with legendary running back Warren McVeigh. Castillo, considered small at only 150 pounds and 5'8" in high school, defied the odds as rookie quarterback, leading his Eagles to 11 season and capped by a shocking 30-26 win over undefeated Burr in the state football championship game. He completed 14 of 28 passes for 256 yards and 3 touchdowns, setting a then 4A state title game record. Castillo completed 112 of 125 passes for 2,145 yards and 25 touchdowns, becoming the first high school in state history to pass for more than 2,000 yards in a season. He signed with Kansas State University, was the Wildcats quarterback in 1965 and 1966. Castillo completed his collegiate career at Kansas State Teachers College in 1967, where he earned a degree in physical education. Castillo returned to SAISD in 1977 and for 24 years worked as a coach, teacher, and administrator at Brackenridge, Fox Tech, Lanier, and Sam Houston High Schools.
Looking at just the number of people have been inducted this year, puts you in a category, puts you in this classification that you never thought you would be in. And so I'm very grateful, I'm humbled, and to be a part of that group. It's an honor. I know if I was talking to a young person, girls of the age, it'd be middle school, elementary, middle school, high school. Advice to them would be to shoot for the stars, have dreams.
Vic Castillo, a Brackenridge Eagle and a 2017 honoree into the SAISD Hall of Fame.
And for our Burbank cheerleaders, if you'll do the for us, please. Congratulations, Vic. Would you like to say a few words? Sure. First of all, I'd just like to congratulate you on behalf of everyone here today. And second of all, is there anyone you would like to thank?
Basically, I want to thank all my family that is here today, including my oldest brother down to there were 6 of us. So I've got my granddaughters here, my daughters, and very grateful that they could join us today. Just to enjoy the day. It's a very, very special day.
Congratulations again, and you brought the trophy with you. That's scissors.
Very nice.
What's one of your fond memories of Brackenridge?
Actually, it's just I'm very honored, blessed to have played this team due to the fact that we weren't supposed to win. We were underdogs the last couple of playoff games, but we just believed in it more than anything else, and especially Coach Weldon Foreign, who actually went out on the limb and predicted that we were going to win the state championship, regardless of the fact that we had lost 3 games already. So it was just a matter of believing in one another, never giving up, that type of thing. So I was very blessed, been part of the team. There's some members here that of the team that we usually meet every last Monday of the month. So we still keep in touch. We've developed a bond that still exists today.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And we have something for you again, for you to take home. Our next honoree, known this man because I also walked the halls of Jefferson, but certainly not as accomplished athlete as him. In fact, they used to ring out his name as a way to sort of motivate those of us who needed motivating in the locker room. Do you know who used to play here? You need to do them proud. They were able to bring fame and fortune and accolades to this high school. You, Greg, not so much. But this man did. Phil Harris was a star running back for the Mighty Mustangs of Jefferson High School. He played on the same team with another famous Mustang, Tommy Nobis. Phil was also an All-American in high school, went on to play for the UT Longhorns, and helped the team win its first national championship in 1963 and set all kinds of college records as well. Please direct your attention now to the video board.
Phil Harris, class of 1962 from Jefferson High School, was an All-State and Parade All-American football player for the Stangs, where he started running back and defensive back for 3 seasons. In his senior year, Harris was the City of San Antonio's scoring champion in football with 132 points. He played college football at the University of Texas at Austin under legend coach Darrell Royal, whose effort helped the Longhorns go undefeated in 1963 and win their first ever football national championship. Harris holds the Cotton Bowl record for yard per reception at 52.2 yards and was inducted into the Cotton Bowl Hall of Fame in 2009. He was drafted into the National Football League by the New Giants in 1966 and played for 1 season before ended his career prematurely. After his football career, Harris earned a law degree from St. Mary's University and practiced law for 39 years in San Antonio.
When you see and know of all the outstanding athletes that have competed in the San Antonio Independent School District, and to be selected into the San Antonio Independent School District Athletic Hall of Fame, it is just a tremendous honor to be listed as one of the ones that have been recognized for their athletic achievements, and it's just a great honor to be included in that list.
Phil Harris, a Jefferson Stang and a 2007 honoree into the SAISD Athletic Hall of Fame.
Congratulations. And if you would, the honors. Phil, I'd like to ask a couple of questions. First of all, it's an honor to meet a true Jefferson legend. I'd like to ask you, since I walked the same halls you did, but did not accomplish what you did, what's your fondest memory of Thomas Jefferson High School?
I would have to say it's the students. They're my friends. Many of them are still here. We've been lifelong friends. And it was just, we've had a bond, a loving bond, brotherhood and sisterhood because of the women. And I think that's the fondest memories I have. I mean, we did well in football. I wouldn't be standing here right now if it wasn't for my teammates, because they were outstanding. Many people don't know, but while I was, well, just in our senior year alone, there were 14 of us that got 4-year college scholarships. 4 of us went on to play in the NFL. So that's, you know, so anyway, that's, talk about why I did well, that's why I did well, because of them.
And did you, as of the time you were going to school there, what a beautiful campus it was? I think a lot of us that went to school there sort of realized it, but didn't really get how gorgeous it was until later, and you start seeing other schools you visit. Wait a minute, how come their school doesn't look like ours?
Yeah, it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. We, I mean, it's well, even though it's a National Historic Site because of its beauty and its architecture, and that was, yeah, we had it was great.
Finally, anybody you'd like to thank today personally?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who gifted me with any athletic ability that I have, put me together, able to play with these other athletes, both on the, I mean, we won the championship in junior high, so I'll add that. But so we have Horseman Junior High. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, Longfellow. That's it. Well, my wife went to Longfellow, so there we go. So anyway, it's, you know, I don't know. That's just the memories we have, and it's just was great to be there, and this is quite an honor. I mean, it's just like I said, to see everybody that's gone through the athletic program at San Antonio Independent School District, and then to be thought worthy of being able to be a part of it is a blessing that I could not have imagined. Thank you.
And we have something for you to take home as well.
Was chasing this cheerleader up here because it reminded me my wife was a cheerleader. I was always chasing her.
Well done. Our next honoree is another Burbank Bulldog. The man could throw heat, no doubt, one amazing pitcher. Joe Horlen was a Burbank Bulldog, went on to play in the big leagues. Let's check out his story now.
Joel Horlen, class of 1955 from Burbank High School, was a third athletic standout in football, basketball, and golf. Since Burbank did not have a baseball program during Horlen's high school years, he played pitcher for Pony and American Legion teams. He is the only baseball player to be winning a World Series at 3 different levels: 1952 Pony World Series, the 1959 College World Series with Oklahoma State University, and the 1972 Major League World Series with the Oakland A's. Besides Oakland, the right-hander played Major League Baseball primarily for the Chicago White Sox from 1961 to 1971. In his career, Horlen won 116 games with 3.11 earned run average and 1,065 strikeouts in 2,002 innings pitched. The highlight of Horlen's career was throwing a no-hitter against the Detroit Tigers on September 1967.
Yeah, it was good times at Burbank. Didn't have any girlfriend or anything. Might have had one or two at times. Didn't last very long. Too much baseball.
Horlen, Burbank Bulldog, and a 2017 honoree into the SAISD Athletic Hall of Fame.
And cheerleaders, if you don't mind doing the honors for us, this is for you, Mr. Horlen. Congratulations. He's joined today by his grandson, Philip Schoenfeld. And what would you like to say about your grandfather?
My grandfather's a man of a few words, as all you know, but I know he just want to say thank you. And he was really honored to be a part of this, and I know he was looking forward to joining Gary Bell over here. They've been lifelong friends, and that's about all he'd want to say is thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Horlen, something for you to take home as well. Congratulations, sir. In 1966, the fastest track team in the state of Texas, the Highland Owls, they were winners. A big part of the credit has got to go to their special coach, Howard H.J. Johnston. Coach Johnston was a great coach who brought out the best in his athletes. His story now for your review.
Howard A.J. Johnston earned national and global recognition as a track coach. He served as the head coach at Highlands High School from 1960 to 1966, where he guided his Owls to an undefeated season, crowned by winning the 1966 Class 4A state and field championship. During his tenure at Highlands, Johnston's athletes set state national records. The University graduate rose to a global stage by coaching the U.S. Modern Pentathlon 1968 and 1972 Olympic teams. He also noted as being one of the early pioneers for cross-country becoming a recognized sport by the University of Interscholastic League in 1972. Johnston, an SAISD coach, teacher, and administrator for 24 years, and finished his career as assistant athletic director, retiring in 1988. Howard H.J. Johnston, a 2017 honoree to the SAISD Athletic Hall of Fame.
Coach Johnston, by the way, left us in 2012. Accepting on his behalf today is his daughter, Debbie Johnston Zoatula. Thank you for being here today. Appreciate that. If you wouldn't mind the unveiling. Congratulations. Do you mind answering a few questions for your father? What was your fondest memory growing?
The fondest memory I have, his love of sports and being a mentor for people.
Were you aware how good it was in the past?
Oh, yeah.
Did he let you know?
Uh-huh.
Congratulations again. Thank you for being here. And we have something for you before you depart as well to take home. Mario? We've already brought up the NFL and its return coming up here very shortly. Our next not only played in the NFL, he played in the very first ever Super Bowl. He's a proud 1959 graduate of Wheatley High School. He is Willie Mitchell, and his story.
Willie Mitchell, class of 1959 from Wheatley High School, is regarded as one of the best backs to ever wear a football helmet for the Lions. He was an all-district athlete, starting at running back, wide receiver, and defensive back. He also was all-district in basketball. Mitchell played football at Southern University in Louisiana and Tennessee State University in Nashville. In 1964, he signed as free agent for the Kansas City Chiefs American Football Conference. The defensive back and punt and kick return specialist has the distinction of playing in Super Bowl I. He returned 3 years later for Super Bowl IV to assist Chiefs in upset heavily favored Minnesota Vikings 23-7. After Mitchell became the executive director and board chairman for San Antonio Bring Back, a nonprofit that promotes education, helps improve lives of people who have challenges with drugs and violence.
I think San Antonio Independent School District has done a great deal with this athletic program, and I think a lot of them have been very thankful as to what the district offered them and what it is on other students. And that's what I think is more important today than anything else. If we could get the young athletes and the people in these schools to look at how important it is to get an education for themselves, no matter what you do as an athlete, that education is going to be the greatest thing that's going to help you to become a productive citizen as your life. You can play sport or you too, but it lasts a lot of education.
Willie Mitchell, a Wheatley Lion and a 2017 honoree into SAISD Athletic Hall of Fame.
And if you don't mind the unveiling for us, please. Congratulations, sir. It's an honor. First of all, is there anyone you would like to thank today?
First of all, the one I'd like to thank is my wife, Sherilyn Lucille Mitchell. Yeah. I think it's been a remarkable thing for her to put up with me for all of these years, and to have taken some of the things that I've taken her through is just remarkable. So I think she's a wonderful person, and I congratulate her for that. Yeah. Yeah. There is another young lady that's sitting in the audience. There's a lady named Coley Johnston. Would you please stand? This lady, and you all, I want to say what all of this means to me and why I feel it's so important. That young lady has a voice that's unbelievable, and I know that someday she will be recognized as a remarkable person with her voice, and I'm looking for her to be a professional singer someday in her life. And I think that that's more important than anything else we're doing, is to try to impress these young people to take talent, football, baseball, basketball, no matter what it is, education, and use it to the best of your ability. And I think that she'll be a much greater person and a famous person, and that's one that I'm going to be working with as long as I'm here, so that she become a beautiful star herself. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President. And one thing before you leave, we have something to take home as well. Thank you, Mario. And now we can say we knew her when. So we go to her concerts and everything. Hey, can you give me some tickets? Congratulations. Now our final honoree tonight, very special lady. She's another Jefferson Mustang who brought notoriety to the school in the San Antonio Independent School District. She was in athletic and academic prep, American in high school, and she's also one of the best volleyball players I've ever seen, and we're all very proud of her. Laura Neugebauer Groff, here's a look at her story.
Laura Neugebauer Groff, class of 1982 from Jefferson High School, was perhaps one of the greatest volleyball players to ever play for SAISD schools. She was an academic athletic prep All-American. Neugebauer Groff was a three-sport athlete in volleyball, basketball, and track, where she won all-city and all-state honors. She helped her volleyball squad win 4 district championships and undefeated in league play throughout her entire high school career. Her last advanced to the YL State Championship in 1979, finishing her up. After high school, Neugebauer Groff became an All-American and an All-State Southwest Conference volleyball player at the University of Texas at Austin, where she set multiple records and then on to professional volleyball in Germany and Congo. In 1993, she began an illustrious career as head volleyball at St. Mary's University, and in 2001, she became the volleyball coach at the University of Texas at San Antonio, where she still is now. In her coaching career, she has won more than 500 games, the winningest coach in the history of UTSA.
During those games and knowing that I'm going to be in a pool of those type of athletes and former Jefferson athletes is quite an honor. You know, it's all about SAISD, of course, and the honor to be inducted to SAISD Hall of Fame is an honor. Know that the history of the sporting teams, not just at Jefferson, but all teams over the years, and to hear about, read about the athletes that have gone through there, and to know that now I'm going to be inducted with some of the greats is quite an honor.
Laura Neugebauer Groff, a Jefferson Muslim and a 2017 honoree into the SAISD Athletic Hall of Fame.
And now for the unveiling. Congratulations, Laura. Hello, fellow Mustang. Good to see you. This is awesome. I would not do that to a fellow Mustang. I would never do that. First of all, anybody you'd like to thank?
Oh, gosh. I definitely have to thank the good Lord for me, the athletic ability that I had. You know, I feel like I'm the youngest person here, the little singer back there, but a lot of you people knew my dad, Art Neugebauer, and what a great athlete. So I'm very lucky to have the athletic ability from him, and of course my mom had something to do with it. But my parent, my mother is here, sisters. I'm one of 8 children. None of my brothers are here, but all my sisters are here, and all Mustangs. And my friends, my nieces and nephews, my high school teammates. One of my mother is here, but my mother was Miss Lano. Thank you for all your carne asada goes. And some of my administration from UTSA, my coaching friends, and one of my assistants at UTSA are here tonight. Thank you for being here.
While you were at Jefferson, what inspired?
Everything. Just being at Jefferson was just such an honor, you know, and being the 7th child. You know, I remember going up to the teachers and telling them, please don't hold it against me what my brothers did. That my sister Sharon did. And Sister Sharon is a year older than me, and she's here tonight, and she was probably my biggest inspiration. You know, we got together 3 years at Jefferson and all sports and at UT, and she was just someone to look up to just as a person, as an athlete. And but I had incredible coaches and teachers at Jefferson that just set the foundation.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Laura, before you go, thank you and congratulations. I didn't forget anybody, right? Well, we got everybody. That's good. Thank you for allowing me to be here today. It's been a privilege. Before we leave, we're going to have a few more words from our athletic director. But I'd like to tell you I will not be joining you in the athletic fame anytime soon, because it's not because I didn't play sports. It's because I was that bad. Okay. Thank you for being here. Todd?
All right. Fantastic. You know, I often refer to the Hall of Legends. And you look up the word legend, and it is defined somewhat the fiber of what stories are made. And to me, when you sit around and you talk about San Antonio ISD athlete, I tell you, I was in Midland for 8 years, AD out there in West Texas. We had some great tradition out there as well, and I was up in Texas for about 8 years, a lot of tradition there. But I was stunned when I got to San Antonio 3 years ago, all the great athletes and the great students that came through San Antonio ISD. So the last couple of years, we made a strong effort to start to recognize those people, those individuals. So when you sit around the campfire at your dear lease or in your backyard around drinking coffee, you start talking about legends. You talk about San Antonio ISD. You talk about guys like Willie Mitchell, Gary Bell, Joe Horlen, Laura Neugebauer Groff. Those are the folks you sit around and tell, yeah, you remember what they did. Vic Castillo, you remember what they did. Those are the stories. Those are legends. They live on. So you're sitting around spinning yarn or shooting the breeze about athletics in San Antonio, about the history. You're talking about people like that. And that's what, to me, was special about tonight. So I really appreciate you all coming out tonight and sharing this with us. And and also we wanted to make it a big night for San Antonio ISD in the sense that we wanted to have it in this building. And I still don't believe Gary Bell scored 32 points in a ball game in here. Maybe over a career you did. But, and Willie Mitchell is a very smart man thanking his wife, I guarantee you. We also show you things we're doing now with the mariachi band, our cheerleaders, and our video crews, and things of that nature. This is the things we're producing. You heard Martina talk about how our graduation rate's high as ever, and athletics is a big part of that. And what's really neat in athletics is that when you heard Vic talk about the Brackenridge State Championship team, he didn't talk about winning the game. He talked about the relationships that he made. And that's what athletics is all about. We're here to build champions. When you come out now to watch San Antonio ISD play, you're going to see well-coached, well-disciplined, well-behaved teams. Win or lose. Win or lose. You go watch the Eagles play the other night. You saw a well-coached, and Coach Hall's right here. He hauled that big trophy in here. I think he had to get a tractor to pull it in here with him. But how long you been coaching at Brackenridge High School, Coach Hall? 33 years? 33 years. And Charles producing champions. And winning is not the most important thing. It's very important, but not the most important thing, and we all know that. So we appreciate y'all coming out today. Before you leave, make sure you walk out the foyer and go see our Hall of Fame out there. The plaques are already up. Stick around, pictures. We're in no hurry to run you off. But again, Marv, have I forgotten anything? Got it all. I'm making sure I got everything. Again, thank you so much. It's been and we are so excited we could pull this off for you all because it's about the aunties tonight. And I hope we made you proud. I hope you're pleased with how things went out. Thank you. And even the food was San Antonio ISD food. So it was all SAISD tonight. So again, thank you so much for coming out. Be careful driving home. Go out and plaques outside on the Hall of Fame. And again, thank you for being a part of this special night. Good evening.
Thank you.